Hi everyone. Today I'm live again, and as you know, I've got a few vacation days and I'm using it effectively. As I'm not night duty, not sleeping, I'm using my time to speak to other marketers, six figures, more, I don't know, but these two guys are awesome. They did a lot, they excelled like flash. So I'm going to introduce you to Debbie and Tad, and they will tell you more about themselves. So one can start just a little backstory, when you started, what happened, and then we will go from there.
Demi,
Welcome.
you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I can kick us off. Hey guys, thanks for having us. Lawindy, we appreciate this. So I started in the online space, brand new to affiliate marketing back in July of 2021. And I started with a smaller course and had really high ambitions that it would take me everywhere I wanted to go, right? And I quickly found out that that was not the option. So in November of 2021, I actually tried to join a Facebook group, didn't answer the questions, and ended up locking arms with Flip Moss. And I started in SAA, and then I was a part of the group juice launch as well in January of 2022. And since then, I've been able to really build the brand and the business that I wanted to without having to chase others' success like I was when I first started. I've been able to crack open my shell a little bit, let people in throughout my content. And in July of 2021, actually crossed that six-figure mark online. And during that time, as well as when Thaddeus and I partnered, and I know Thaddeus can add a little bit more to that because it is part of his story now too. But that's just a little bit about me. Thaddeus?
Yeah, I got started back in the end of 2020, so it's almost been 2 full years for me. Got started just normal blue collar guy working in a manufacturing plant. Discovered the whole online marketing world via TikToks and stuff like that. Got moving. I started to make some sales here and there. Nothing crazy consistent. Definitely was depending on kind of the copy and paste method and just the same kind of gimmicky stuff that a lot of people try to leverage in the online world, only to find out that I wasn't being myself, didn't align with the way I was operating. So about the end of 2021, I made one final like leap into something different and kind of opened my eyes to the world of personal branding, being able to create offers, leverage community, and about that's when things really started to take off. Was the beginning of the beginning of 2022. Went through a new program, linked up with Demi and Flip and Nate. Philip Moss and Nate Ryan, just in case you don't know who those names are. But anyways, linked up with them and, jumped into, with them with the group juice, started leveraging their stuff, partnered with Demi to, launch our own little product, the Triple C's Masterclass. And just things have just exploded since then. And over the last few months, just skyrocketed the business and really started to become more aligned and more comfortable and a little bit more about like really what we wanted and I wanted for our business to look like. And that's when things really started to click, and things have just been moving at a rapid pace since then. So that's like the brief synopsis of my story.
Thank you so much. I think that's really good to hear, because I don't say that others don't work or other products don't work. It all depends what fits you, what fits your brand. Because I also don't like to do cold calling. I don't like to go on permanently sitting on Messenger, permanently doing things. So you choose what fits you. And I think with the new strategy from Flip and Nate, I think this is what makes them also excel, because there's so much you can fit it in any business. There's no copy paste and you have to follow one system. You follow the principles and it fits in any system. Even if you have your own products, if you sell their products, it fits. It's like you say, building your brand and being yourself. So I'm really appreciating that you also said it, because I've been in this business for 4 years fighting the systems, going from mentor to mentor to mentor. Even some said, you're not trainable, we can't help you. And this is not true. You must just find the right person to work with. So now the next question that I have for you guys, you can answer as you feel, who wants to, or both can be part of it. What would you say was your most important thing to focus on once that you decided where you want to go, once that you got the vision of branding and being yourself? What are the things that new people or new entrepreneurs or affiliate marketers have to know about focusing on? Because everybody's jumping from shiny object to shiny object with everything around them, and that definitely doesn't work.
Well, for me, what I would say, and I feel like the reason why people are jumping from shiny object to shiny object and stuff like that, and what they really need to be focusing on is the fact that everyone's trying to look for this like really like just super easy, like everything's going to be done for you. And then all of a sudden you're just going to be paid like thousands and thousands of dollars in order to start an online business. In reality, looking for like the easy way out is only making things harder. Focus on the type of process that's being laid out in whatever program that you're taking part in, and then implement that. And if learning those real skills like community building, content creation, sales and conversions, those are the things that are really going to move your needle. Being able to take control over your business. It all starts with the content that you create to bring the people you want into your world, and then being able to nurture that audience that you're building in order to get more offers in their hands, and making sure it's the right offer. And that's going to be that's been the biggest mover for me. I know from the moment I started implementing this type of process. And I can't speak for Demi, but those would be the first things that I would tell them to focus on. Anybody who's brand new to the online world, or maybe they're just struggling to get traction, or, they keep getting distracted by the shiny objects. Take a step back and really think about like the skills that you really need to make a business, because at the end it is a business. It's not like the lottery ticket. It's not, you're not pulling the handle at a at a casino waiting for those 777s to roll across and like you're going to get the jackpot. You're going to have to put in a little bit of legwork. You're going to have to build that audience, and that all starts with content and conversations.
Absolutely. And I'm going to piggyback on what Thaddeus just said, because when you first start out, I think it's so easy to get wrapped up into, oh, well, they're doing this, I need to do that too. When in all reality, that's only kind of putting yourself in a box rather than being the person who you really are and letting that shine, right? I know I was caught up in that game, and then it really wasn't until I really started creating the content that really showed who I was and showed my voice. That's when I really started to see that traction, and just like Thaddeus said too, when you focus on the three main things that move the process in your business, and it's also the three, like it's the foundation, or the foundation of your business is the content. That's what people see firsthand of who you are. That's how they know if they're going to be able to vibe with you, if they're going to feel comfortable with you. Inside of the conversations is really when you can really narrow down, okay, well, what exactly are you struggling with? What exactly do you want to do within your business? How fast do you want to do it? Right. And then making those offers that really speak to your clients and not just shoving something down their throats based on, well, this is what you need, when you really don't even know if it's what they need. Maybe they've already tried that. Maybe they've tried something similar and they're looking for a different way. And being able to really pull apart your own offer to either add or subtract based on exactly what their needs are. That's been the biggest thing for my business, just like Thaddeus said as well.
I think this is really true, because for me, I'm also relate to retirees. because I worked my 9 to 5 job or my 7 to 7 as I'm in nursing. We had long shifts, 12-hour shifts. I worked it for 45 years with the idea now that I'm retired, I will be rich and I can travel and do whatever I want to do. This is our best years. This is what we work for, to retire and enjoy life. Now I don't have money. My 45 years didn't really bring up what I thought. Even if you planned it, you thought money would be enough. It's not. So now I'm focusing on helping retirees do this before it's too late. I'm already past the age of doing it, but I'm still doing. I'm still going to use some of the skills and some of the things that I have. But this is why, being you, people can relate to you. Like Demi, you have a child. Moms with children, they can immediately relate to you. And there is, you're still also young. You can share and people relate to you. So this is really what makes it different than the normal copy this, copy this, copy this, and follow the plan. And what I also find with the old way, if I can mention that, sometimes I wonder if the big, I don't want to say guru, but the big creator, if he gives up, what's left for us? Because you're following him, you're doing everything they do. And if he closes his shop, will I really have a shop? So that's why it's better to brand yourself, do your own thing, and be apart from that, although you follow the principles of the mentors that you use.
I mean,
Okay.
I 100% agree with that because, the business models, like you just said, is one thing. Modeling those business models is one thing, but just trying to copy and paste what everybody else is doing, you'll never stand out. Yeah, so that's actually a really valid point right there.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've been there 4 years trying, and then I think there must be something wrong. There must be something. Although I kill myself working, but you will never get to the end results. And it's only when I joined Flip and Nate that I really got to seeing what you need to do. Put yourself in there, put your clients first, and not try just to sell and send links away. This is not how it works. And this is what everybody say, go to ClickBank, get a link, and just push it out. It doesn't work. You can do it for how many years? It's not me feasible. I think things have changed in the last few years, and especially now online. There's a lot of digital stuff going on, and I think it gets more and more confusable, if I can use the word, for newbies to understand what must they do. Okay, so while we're waiting for Demi, I think she's got a little problem with internet, but I'll bring her back soon. So what would you say, jumping into group juice, working with Nate and Flip, Nate Ryan and Flip Moss, was this a good decision? Did it help you change what you were doing?
Well, I started working with Flip and Nate actually before they put together Group Juice, and I'll be honest with you, the methods that they use have their knowledge and their kind of expertise has been a major game changer. They've helped me implement a lot of things that I just didn't understand, before jumping in with them. So yeah, I would say that
Welcome,
the
Demi.
having some internet issues, no worries. But anyways, yeah, working with Flip and Nate have been a major game changer, because having them to, especially now that they've got Group Juice and having that community, that weekly support, being able to actually hop on a live session with them and pick their brains, ask them any questions you may have, is about as close as you can get without having to like really go crazy investing in like private coaching, because it's that lifetime support. You know what I mean? It's not going anywhere. What they've built with Group Juice is like honestly, it's a no-brainer type situation, and leveraging their knowledge is only moved my business forward. And I can't speak for Demi, but I can go ahead and probably say she's probably going to agree with me in that aspect.
Oh, absolutely. And guys, I'm sorry about that. You're going to hear some background noise too.
you both can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna have to. I had a puppy technical issue, if that makes any sense.
Demi, I asked the question when you were away, jumping into group juice. What would you say? And that's where Thaddeus was saying that, the efforts and the things. So this is what we're talking about. So just to bring you up to where we are, and then you can continue on that. You can continue because you also jumped into group juice.
I did. So Thaddeus and I were actually part of the foundation of that, right? One of the very first members inside of that group. And I can't agree more with Thaddeus too, just because, I was already working with Flip, and then adding Nate just added a completely different perspective when it came to online business. And being a part of a community that, one, they already are like-minded, right? They already want to do the same things within their business. They already want to grow the same way that you want to grow. And having the support inside of that, the question thread, the weekly lives, able to ask any questions that you might have or anything that comes up, right? Being able to have that support beats anything within this game, right? Because support is a huge missing piece that so many don't have, right? They don't have the opportunity to jump on a live with two multi-six-figure earners and ask questions, right?
Yeah.
So that's been, hands down, it's an amazing community to be a part of. And it's done wonders within my business. I know Thaddeus and he mentioned it when he was introducing himself, the Triple C's masterclass. Like, we've really built from the foundation that Flip and Nate have used to grow group juice, right? So it's been a solid point for both of us within our businesses, and I'm not trying to talk for Thaddeus too, but being able to, one, have the knowledge and the strategy that they unleash within that community, and then two, being able to really lean if something's not working properly, right?
Yeah, so I think it's really, if I look at what I've learned since I started with them and how they do, their baseline is much more stronger than anything I ever had. Because if I look at my foundation, we said anything, if you don't start with a good foundation, even building a house, building your ship, whatever you do, if the foundation is not laid properly, you can do whatever you want, you will never get off the ground. As soon as you think you're growing, everything collapsed. So once I started with Flip and Nate and I got the right foundation, that's also when my mind changed about what is online business really. Not just copying somebody or sending somebody to a product just because they have a product. You must believe in your product, you must believe in yourself, and you must feel comfortable. Because my main thing of selling products, even if it's great people's products, if I don't feel comfortable in selling a product, I can't really sell it to somebody. It's like you fake and people can feel it. So that's why I think once we have the right direction, the right mentor, and you believe in yourself and you have your own identity, this is what makes your business yours. So anything that you can add for beginners starting, wanting to start, just randomly what you think is also important that they should know, not something specific maybe. I don't want to put a specific question because there's a lot of beginners that really wants to start, but I feel sorry when I see they start the wrong way. So I want to guide them to do the right thing.
Well, I want to add something on what you just said, and I feel like it really goes to people who are beginning, or maybe they're just not they're not making the moves and seeing the results, or making the strides that they want in their business. One thing would be, obviously, yes, you want to align, you want to believe in the product you have. A lot of people want to chase these products because people talk about the big commissions, they talk about the big money they can make, so on and so forth. But in reality, if you don't believe in that product, how do you even know if it's the right product for the person who, you know, is on the other side of that conversation, the other side of the message? You know, how do you know that that's going to be, not only do you not align with it, you're just chasing the dollar, but how do you know it's going to be the perfect fit for them? So I feel like that's super powerful message right there. And as far as other stuff to add, as far for those who may be thinking about getting started, but they're not really sure what to do, and they want to start it off on the right path, you know, don't get caught up with the blinding screenshots that people want to throw around. You know, a lot of people fake it till they make it. And rather than, you know, start focusing on building the right skills. And the right skills, it starts with content. Content feeds your whole business. Knowing how to have a conversation that leads to presenting an offer is that next step. And then knowing how to make sure to get that right offer into their hands. That means that whether that's a lower ticket offer, a higher ticket offer, it's all about what your people want. So focusing on building those skills and the programs that, or, you know, maybe the trainings or the mentors that teach those skills, rather than just like mass volume, mass, you know, I don't know what word I just drew a blank, but the point is focusing on more of a quality over a quantity. Because I mean, you could spend all day waking up at 5 a.m. sending cold DMs and just exhausting yourself and really hating social media, or you could learn the skills to create better content that really speaks to a deeper level of who your audience is, and then being able to diagnose them in the conversation piece. And that would be where I would tell anybody who's really looking to get started to focus on something that teaches those skills, not promises of easy work or everything done for you.
Yeah. You want to add something?
Yeah, like I couldn't agree more with that too, because I think so many people get wrapped up into those really, really high promises and then almost give up when they realize that that's really not what it's all about, right? Creating the solid foundation within a business, no matter what product, what niche, whatever you're happy with, that's really going to be the best thing that you can do within starting an online business. Not only that, but being resourceful to the point of surrounding yourself in a community of people that have already done the same things that you want to do, right? Leaning on a community, whether it's your own community, whether it's somebody else's community, whether you're involved in multiple, you can learn multiple different things from multiple different perspectives, right? So don't just shut it off because one thing didn't work the way that you wanted it to work, or one mentor didn't work the way that you wanted it to work, right? You'll know within yourself and within your business if this is going to, one, align with you, two, if it's going to help you get to where you want to be, right?
Yeah. I can just mention, even though I've changed mentors quite a few times, I've learned from each mentor, I've learned something. It's not that they totally not, it was just I wasn't successful. I didn't got the results, even if I had money coming in, but this was not the results I was looking for. So you learn a little bit of skills, but you have to look further if you find it doesn't fit what you are looking for. But you still learn. So I don't say, oh, the 4 years is all wasted. I learned a lot. I grew a lot. I've learned a lot. And now I can use some of those skills again with a new vision of what I need, because it's part of my skills and my training, although I couldn't use it while I was using it before. So I think it's really important that we look at what do we need. And as you said, look around and don't listen to this people just posting. Once I changed my Facebook profile to say I'm helping people and I'm branding myself. And then somebody came back and said, oh, you have it wrong. You didn't put a time frame. Where's the in 3 months or 90 days or 30 days? And that's what I say. This is the old way. You have the set words. I do this for 3 months. I don't know the knowledge and the passion and how people will work. So I can't promise them in 30 days you will make money. So I don't put a time frame. It all depends on the person itself. If they follow the process and they do what they need to do, they will see the results. So for me, it's not really using the words and putting it in place and say, this is perfect. It's how do we work and how do we follow the principles and how we start our foundation. And as you said, content is always the key. Long content, short content, no matter how we see it. I still struggle with long content. I don't know if we start off like that, but my long content is still my headache. But I'm practicing. It will get there. Okay, so guys, can I give you a Facebook group for the people to use if they want to follow you, see what you do, be part of your group? I don't mind sharing you because we're all in the same family. We're working in the same things. So if somebody wants to look, I don't want to say nobody can look at other places because this is what we do. We go around and we found the people that we can relate to. Maybe somebody don't relate to me, but they relate to you guys. So do you agree for me to put your Facebook group?
Yeah, by all means. Yeah, absolutely. You're definitely okay to drop mine, and I'm sure Demi's going to agree with it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put both you once I finish because this is now recorded in my group. So I'll put it below that they can enter. Anything else you might like to say? We have a special offer. I'm not really selling today. I'm not really going to make offers, but I just want to mention something that I know we have in the group. We have some, how can we say, promotion till the 15th of September with Make Money. And can you talk a little bit about that? Nobody's forced to buy. Nobody's forced to. I'm just mentioning it.
Yeah, I can definitely drop a little bit about that if you're asking us to. I know that the Flippin' Native put together a pretty awesome little offer. For I think it's only about 3 more days. So and then it's their more money multiplier, or the MMM offer as they call it. And it's actually basically a replay of the in-person event that they held at the end of August, where I know myself, Demi, Flip, Nate, and Colleen all got to do a presentation for an all-day event covering mindset, content creation, conversations, offer creation, and basically the whole kind of like front to back of what really moves in business. And it was like an 8-hour day, packed full of value. There was tremendous value in there, and the feedback was amazing from everyone. So you'll get a replay to that. You'll get the profit playbook that Flip and Nate put together, which is a lot of different strategies to start generating profits in your business. And you can get all of that for, I think, like $100, which is like a no-brainer type of offer, because you'll get the full spectrum of how to master your mindset, pump out the content, pump out the conversations, and make sure you're creating offers that really move the needle for your business. So I think it's a pretty spectacular offer that they're basically giving away. So just for like the whole spectrum of it, their MMM, just that replay would usually run you double what they're charging for now, on top of the profit playbook and all that other stuff that they're kind of packaging in with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. And not only that, but like it's really it's a really good starting point. So if you have a lot of new beginners and they're trying to figure out, okay, well, what's the best path for me to take, right? It's basically that everything inside of that day is really what people have to focus on within a business, right?
Yeah.
The number one thing inside of that is mindset, right? And then the conversations, content and offer, that's really what moves everything. But if you don't have the right mindset to begin with, then you're not going to be able to show up the best version of yourself, have those conversations that you need to create and craft and pick and peel apart the offers that would best suit somebody, right? So if somebody is brand new to this game, that ultimately would give them a huge foundation, a better foundation than I know what I started with, and I'm sure I can speak for Thaddeus for that too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and like Thad said, it's I think it's $100 for 3 more days, which is
until the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you for being here. I'm feeling privileged to be able to ask you guys and to interview you guys and to share whatever you have to bring to the table with my group. So I want to thank you guys, and I'm really happy for all the things that you presented and the value you gave. So I'm really privileged to have you guys here. So thank you, and I'll put both of you, I'll put your group, Facebook group info down, that anybody wants to follow or check it out, feel free to do that.
Well, I appreciate you having us. Thank you. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in live or on the replay. It's been definitely been, I know I can speak for myself and Demi as well. It's been our pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I will just